What's the worst thing your step-parent ever did to you? My stepmom convinced everyone I was mentally ill and had me committed to a psychiatric hospital for 3 months just so she could steal my college fund. When I got out, I discovered she'd been poisoning my food to make me hallucinate and act crazy. I was 16 when my dad remarried Sarah, and at first she seemed like the perfect stepmom. She baked cookies, helped with homework, and always had this warm smile that made you feel safe. But looking back, that smile never quite reached her eyes. There was always something calculating behind it, like she was studying me, figuring out my weaknesses. The problem started small, things I'd lose or forget. Sarah would find them in weird places like my math homework in the refrigerator or my house keys in the sugar bowl. Then she'd look at me with this concerned expression and say, "Sweetie, are you feeling okay? You seem so scattered lately." At first, I thought I was just stressed about starting junior year, but then the episodes got worse. I'd wake up in the middle of the night convinced there were spiders crawling all over my walls. I'd scream and my dad would come running, but there was nothing there. Sarah would hold me and whisper, "It's okay, honey." Sometimes teenagers have vivid nightmares. Then came the day I completely lost it during chemistry class. I started seeing colors that weren't there and hearing voices telling me to run. I bolted from the classroom and was found 2 hours later hiding in a bathroom stall, crying about how the ceiling was melting. The school called my parents immediately. That night, Sarah sat with me on my bed, looking so worried. "I think we need to talk to someone professional," she said gently. "This isn't normal teenage behavior anymore. Your father and I are scared for you." Dr. Martinez was Sarah's choice of therapist, a middle-aged woman with kind eyes who specialized in teenage mental health. During our first session, Sarah sat in the waiting room while I described my symptoms. The hallucinations, the memory problems, the panic attacks that seemed to come out of nowhere. "When did these episodes start?" Dr. Martinez asked, taking notes. "About 3 months ago," I said, trying to remember. "Right after my dad got married." "Major life changes can trigger psychological episodes," she nodded. "How do you feel about your father's new marriage?" I wanted to say that I actually liked Sarah, that she'd been nothing but kind to me, but something nagged at me. I don't know, everything feels foggy lately, like I can't think straight. The sessions continued for weeks. Dr. Martinez was concerned about my deteriorating mental state. The hallucinations were getting worse, more frequent. I'd see things that weren't there, hear voices no one else could hear. Sarah was always there, supportive and worried, driving me to appointments and holding my hand when I cried. "We might need to consider medication," Dr. Martinez told my parents during a family session, "and possibly a more intensive treatment program." My dad looked devastated. "You mean like a hospital?" "A residential facility," Dr. Martinez clarified. "Somewhere she can get round-the-clock care and stabilization." I wanted to protest, to say I didn't need to be locked up, but that morning I'd seen a dragon in my bedroom mirror. How could I argue with that? Sarah reached over and squeezed my hand. "We'll do whatever it takes to help her get better." The night before I was supposed to be admitted, I had one of my worst episodes yet. I was convinced that the walls were bleeding and that my reflection was trying to escape from every mirror in the house. I ran screaming into the backyard.
Full story on channel link below.